Hey y'all. It's been a minute. I am just on here a little bit, people's quarantined and all that other good shit. I was said I'm, come in here and speak a few things and then dash right on out unless somebody come in and say they want to say a couple of things. I'm all ears, really, willing to talk and see what people got to talk about, see what they want to talk about. But it's kind of weird what's going on. Breaking with the Bankroll is what the name of the live is. They done shut down Vegas. So, with that being said, they done shut down Vegas. Where's everybody going? Because, that was the big trap spot. People doing this, people doing that. Where's everybody going now that Vegas is shut down? Where's the ladies going? Where's the P's going? Where's all these people going now that Vegas is shut down? Not to mention this so-called virus that's supposed to be running amok, running around, stuff like that. What is everybody doing? How y'all making money? How's things changed? I know I'm still hustling. Only thing that's really changed is, I gotta stay in the morning time with my child because school's been shut down. But after that, I got an agreement with my child's father. We'll figure that out. But that's neither here nor there. Nothing for y'all to be worried about. So back to the conversation at hand is breaking with the bankroll. Like, how do y'all feel? What do some of y'all think or do or say? Give y'all a little couple more minutes to come in live, see if anybody come in, see what y'all want to say, or besides, we could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Don't necessarily got to be the breaking of the bankroll, just what anybody would like to talk about. I'm all ears. I try to keep it cool. You know, that's how I do, really. See how everybody feels about certain things. See, there's four people in here. So who else has anything to say? Really? That's what I'm waiting on. Somebody to say something and, because I have my own personal feelings what I think is going on with just not this virus, but other things. Like, is this a cover up? And just a lot of things people aren't really paying attention to. People aren't paying attention to, but they should be paying attention to because it's about to get real. It's already real, but it's really about to get really real with the stuff that's probably going to happen. I would say within the next mm, 3 months. I won't even say the next month, the next 3 months. What are we missing? Knowledge G. What do you mean, what are we missing? Oh, for what I said about what we're missing? This is, if people look up, this is my thing with all of the what the news is reporting and what they say the numbers are. I'm gonna just do this like a simple 2 plus 2 math for all y'all. If this is the same, people are listening to the same news outlet, news networks that when Kobe Bryant died, they said Rick Fox was on a plane with him. And then finally, when these news channels and outlets got pushback from Rick Fox's family, not even Rick Fox, then they said they had a retraction. So if they can give you fake news about these numbers and so many people, so-called people, died from this and died from that, you think they're not doing this? This virus is a cover up that the economy's there's no more economy. Gas down here is $1.60. When was the last time gas was $1.60, y'all? The American dollar is tied by oil. If a gallon of gas is $1.60, that should tell you that the American dollar is low. But they got everybody worked up in a frenzy over this fake ass. And I'm not saying it's fake. What I'm saying is more people have died from the original flu, the H1N1 flu. Y'all remember that, and the swine flu than this flu that's coming on now. But they say it's airborne and all this other stuff. Do I believe it's airborne? Yeah. Do I believe they're telling us the whole truth? No. But you can't trust the federal government. And people, and it's like you see these people crying out asking for the government to come in and quarantine them. Why do you want to do that? Like, use your brain. But then I realize most people are sheep, and that's what they're going to do. It's a, Dre Chili already talked about this, and I don't know if he's going to be in here. So you can, look it up. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a Ponzi scheme. And the quicker the American public wakes up, the better. But they won't. And some people are destined to be sheep. That's how I look at it. Some people are destined because they don't know how to think for themselves. Because thinking for yourself is a lost art that people don't understand or get. But it is what it is. And let's go back to the ladies that are, in Vegas, or I won't even say Vegas. I got a couple of homegirls that, everybody's quarantined and tied down. This is the best time to not make a run for it, but if you doing what you got to do and you got someone pulling the shots, telling you where you need to go and do all this is the time to break your bread and leave. Think about it. You doing all the work. You the one being exposed to the so-called virus, and every place you turn around is getting shut down. Some places have shelter in place where you can't leave your house unless you got to go to the store or something else. And you're out here trying to find tricks and do all these other things. It ain't worth it. It's not. It's not worth it. To me, it's not. That's how I look at it. But what's up, Cadillac J Just? How you been? I ain't heard from you in a minute. We ain't really crossed paths in a minute, but I'm just talking about various subjects. Vegas being shut down and the economy, and this is the time to venture out on your own. Really, to be honest, if we even bounce back from this, it's basically they playing in your face. That's how I look at it. Really, I feel like the government, people, period, they playing in your face. But back to what I was saying about, think about it. Everybody's on quarantine. That's what they're saying. You can't do this, you can't do that. What is the point of subjecting yourself to certain things when you don't have to? Vegas is shut down. Backpage is shut down. The only thing you probably could operate off from right now is, if you make a Facebook profile or Instagram, but them are internet sites where you can directly connect with a person. You don't need that middleman in there. You see what I'm saying? If you read in between the lines. So really, their days are numbered. Our clubs closed and it's humbling. It is. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. You got to get a new hustle. There's a lot of different hustles right now. People, you trust me, you can come up with a hustle because people need things. But think about it though. It is, you can't do nothing. If you a dancer, what you going to do now? You got to go find you a job where you're an essential worker. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or you can't get flown out. You can't fly out because they done suspended flights. So everybody right now is sort of kind of losing. And if you have someone who didn't stash for a rainy day, you in trouble. And most people don't know how to save for a rainy day. If you think about it, and then you think about girls who do private calls, but you got to really know that person. You can't just do any old private calls. You end up stinking, dead. People, just because the economy's down don't mean the crime is down. People still out here killing people. You got to find a new hustle, or you got to I would say not find one, but figure it out how it can work for you. And I'm praying and hoping that people save and stash for a rainy day. I already do it already because I've already had that conversation and said to y'all like after Christmas time it starts to kind of like dry up. So I save anyways because I don't know when I'm gonna have to do something or when it's gonna dry up. But you always find a way if you a true hustler, a way to make some money. You don't rely on the next man or the next woman for you. That's how I look at it. Okay, Knowledge G said, I like to consider myself a bona fide thinker. However, my business isn't slowing down. Why don't they evolve? What about taking advantage of the feds? Like, what do you mean taking advantage of the feds, Knowledge G? And then Charles Dickens said, all of. I look at it as you know how to evolve from one thing to another. If you're a true hustler, you know how to make no way into some way to get what you need to do. And right now is the perfect time for some people to cut out the middleman. Why are you giving somebody your money when they ain't did no work? Seriously, right now, think about that. Someone to tell you this and that when we both know that the writing's on the motherfucking wall. This ain't the time to be playing. Really. Take your cash and split. Unless you a dummy and don't know what to do with your cash and you need someone to tell you what to do. Or you're a dummy and you don't know how to make no cash. But I guess there is some people out there that are kind of not smart. So I advocate for my damn self. Did he post? I think Reek posted the hotline. He said call in. We got 8 people in. Now all the strippers want a man that has a 9 to 5. It's humbling, ain't it? But see, that's the thing, Cadillac J Just. A 9 to 5 ain't that's not even guaranteed. Because if they put a shelter in place, 9 to 5 people that are essential workers, they're not getting money either. They gotta stay their asses at home. So really you up shit's creek with no paddle. Cause they want somebody with a 9 to 5 job. It's you gotta look at it like that. Take advantage of the 0% interest rates, snatching up stop and flipping stocks. True, the interest rate is 0, but that's the thing that what comes into equation knowledge G is people having credit. How many people you know that hustle that do other things or like we'll say in Cadillac J just he brought up strippers that have good credit enough to even qualify for a 0% interest loan. Since the interest rate is low, they might not qualify for 0%. Maybe they qualify for 4. That's still pretty low. But then you're talking into credit, and you're talking into borrowing, and you're talking to, yes. And then you're talking into other things that might not be what you think it is. But back to what Cadillac J just said, you don't want a man with a 9 to 5. You want a man that if the 9 to 5 doesn't work out, he knows how to flip money and knows how to hustle. It don't even have to be something fraudulent. It could be something like making things. Got the side hustle. Like, okay, we're all in quarantine. We're locked down. Get you a plumber. You know what I'm saying? Get you an electrician. Get you a carpenter. Get you a mechanic. Even though people are still quarantined, people still got to flush their toilet. They're inside the house, right? You get you somebody that got a skilled trade. That's who you want. Not no and traditionally every skilled trade I just named, they don't work 9 to 5. They work maybe 6 to 2, 10 to 6, 8 to 4. You know what I'm saying? 7 to 3. It's different hours. People they glamorize these 9 to 5 jobs and these corporate jobs when the real money and the real talent in a skilled trade. Everybody knows that. People was looking down on grocery store workers. People looking down on people that work, you know, at a hospital cleaning the toilets and people serving food to the patients. Look who's still working. Them people. The people that y'all laugh at cleaning toilets in the hospital, they still working. People that serving food to the patients that people act like they better than, they still working. You got to look at it like that. Look who's working and look who ain't working. Corporate America ain't working right now. Look at your CPNs. I went and got my CDL. See what I'm saying? That's all things you can put. You can figure out other ways to do things. It's not just one. And the ways that some people say there's many ways to skin a cat or whatever, however they say it. Got to look at it like that. Now everybody gonna be looking for a jug because the strip clubs closed, the restaurants closed. If you're lucky enough to have a regular customer, you can make private calls. But I don't ever suggest to no woman to just take a private call because you hurting for money. Because when times are desperate, people do desperate things, and you don't want that shit. You gotta have some type of pride and be up on what you need to know and do. You don't want to end up stinking somewhere dead because you was thirsty for some money, which really don't hold weight right now. How many people you know would have, in the words of some people, how many people you know will have their dicks in the dirt if it came down to bartering? If you had a bartering system, how many of these people that got a smooth mouthpiece don't even know how to fix a toilet, don't even know how to fix a sink, don't even know how to fix a tire on their car, change a light bulb, upgrade a system? All they know how to do is talk crazy to you and tell you what to do. But when it's time for them to take care of home or help you out in the home, what can they really do? Call another man to do it, and they're coming out of their pocket. Got to look at it like that. When they put so much emphasis on dressing and finessing, when they can't even take care of their own home, getting hit upside the head by a woman riding around in the bitch bins. Can't shine shoes when Vegas is closed. That's how I look at it. Can't talk crazy when you can't even buy groceries. That's There's so many facets to all of this. That's how I look at it. So we're almost at the 20-minute mark. We got a couple of comments in here. It says there's 8 people in here, but the only person who seems to really be talking is Knowledge G. But I tell people you got to really pay attention. If they're willing to close down Vegas, and Vegas has never been closed, it should tell you something. But like I tell and say to people, it's all smoke and mirrors. But I ain't nobody. I'm not too important. Just thinking outside of what I think and let you know what I feel like is going on. What was Big Facts Knowledge G? That's how I tell people you just gotta pay attention and look at stuff for what it is and what it ain't. Cause you trying to be like other people, you gonna get stuck. Seriously. Listening to other people who ain't got shit and ain't doing shit. That's how I look at it. Okay, we got a good comment. Happiness is a choice, not a result. You really ain't supposed to no alarm clock in the graveyard, wake up the dead. Hell, you saying a lot of real shit though. That's why I tell people you just gotta. It's I know it's hard for some people, but think for yourselves. Happiness is a choice. People have to choose to be happy. I agree with that. If you're not happy with your situation, what's going on, you need to fix it. If you don't want to fix it, then don't complain. That's how I look at certain things too. If people can't be happy with what they got going on, they have somebody else to blame for that. Well, not somebody, but they have themselves really to blame for that. You don't have to put up with other people's shit. If you're not happy, you're supposed to change that, not depending on somebody else to change it. It's up to you. I agree with that. The realism that you spin about the life is going around and how sleep people or some people things can be doing and they spend all their time flossing and now it's like, what's next? I think people just it's how I look at it. It's okay to floss for a minute. Like how I look at it. If I'm flossing, then I need to at least have something, in case something happens. You know, I'm not gonna be flossing on people and I got $0 to my name, or I'm not gonna be flossing in a Mercedes and I'm sleeping on somebody's floor. I'm not gonna be flossing with a bunch of jewelry and my jewelry's rented. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be flossing because my man or me got on gator boots, but I'm living with somebody. I'm not gonna be flossing when my meal that I ate somebody stole, like I stole it. Get your priorities together. It's all smoke and mirrors with a lot of these people, but they're not gonna tell you that they doing bad because then it's that it's all smoke and mirrors. They're not gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna tell you that Mercedes ain't in their name. It's in their mama's name. They're not gonna tell you that Mercedes they got a bad engine and they only spent $2,000 on it and it don't really run, but they're gonna act like it does so you could think that they really living lovely. They're not gonna tell you that fur that they got on that they got at somebody's garage sale. They try to clean it up and it's losing its parts. They're not gonna tell you that they cut all their hair off because it was looking mangy. They're not gonna tell you all this other stuff. They just want you to listen to what they gotta say when it's basically nothing. You paying them to tell you stuff that you already know, that you can already do on your own. This is the time. What really is going on is a great reawakening, and some people ain't gonna wake up because they, like I said, they're destined to be sleep and or sheep. This is the time to cut out the middleman. You don't need someone telling you what you need to do with your money or what you need to do to make money when you already know. That's why a lot of people are scared because they know that they're useless. Why are you gonna pay somebody for gotta fake it ain't it? That's right. But a lot of people do be out here fake. Instagram is full of fakers. I don't even have an Instagram and I can tell you that. People be on there faking and fronting for Instagram. I can take a picture in front of somebody's I would say, I could take a picture in front of somebody's Porsche. I can get in and act like I'm about to drive it. I could turn it on, but it ain't mine because I took a picture with it and you see me riding around in it and I say it's mine. How do you know? Because I said it was. But low key, I'm living with somebody else. I'm living off ramen noodles, or you know what I'm saying. This person living off tuna sandwiches. They on their last roll of toilet paper. Like that's what I'm saying. You don't know what these people is doing. People are not living with how they say they're living, and this is the time that people are going to get exposed, and you'll see it. I ain't got to say nothing. It always happens. Like I tell people, what don't come out in the wash gonna come out in the rinse. Period. We almost to the 30-minute mark, and I told Reek if don't nobody call in by 30 minutes, I'm piecing it out. I'm always happy that I'm allowed to even come on this platform and say how I'm feeling, and Reek lets me get off a couple of things off my chest. And King Righteous was on the other night. Y'all know that's one of my favorite people. So I'm just happy to be able to be on this platform and say a couple of things. But this is the time to get your shit together and ride out. You don't need to be taking orders from somebody that ain't doing nothing. Why? That's like you. This is how I look at it. That's like you driving the car to the bank, robbing the bank. You come back with the money from the bank, and the person that's in your house is like, "Where you get all that money?" And you don't tell them that you robbed the bank, but they know that you did something illegal. And that's them saying, "I know you did something illegal, so if you don't give me some money, I'm gonna tell on you." Why are you gonna give them any money? They have to prove it, right? Right. Don't let somebody tell you what you need to do when they ain't doing shit themselves. That's how I look at it. Don't take advice from somebody that's doing worse than you. You want to take advice from somebody that's doing better than you, that's willing to help you. Because it's all going to come out. Time, the situation we're in right now and been going through is getting hard. Trust. Can't be found outside with your dick in your hand. You going down. Period. Says we got 7 people in here, 2 likes. Hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Appreciate the people that have came in. Thank you for letting me say what I want to say, a little couple of things here and there. Appreciate it. And even if you don't agree with me, thank you for coming in and listening anyways. Not everybody's going to agree to disagree. Not everybody's going to agree. That's how I look at it. If I'm allowed to speak my mind, I'm going to do that. I look at things from a different point of view than other people. Mosiah, I hope I said that right. Everything will unfold in due season. Yeah. Trust me. Shit ain't sweet at all. And the quicker people know that, the better. But you don't have to take my word for it. Don't even have to listen to me. Because it's going to all unfold and you're going to see. People been lying, living up false pretenses, and you're going to be like, I can't even believe I even believe this person. Can't even believe it. That's how I look at it. Can't even believe it. That's how I look at it. You know what you say, sis. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm just telling people to, oh, Lord. I'm just telling people to think for themselves. Not only think for yourself, notice that I live by the motto, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Because your perception skews your viewpoint on what you're looking at. And somebody can tell you whatever they want to tell you, don't mean it's true. Ain't nothing wrong with being a square right now, J Just. You can catch me some other time. You know, we all on quarantine and lockdown. I'll come back sometime soon. Okay, my hustling's down. You know, I did what I had to do. People was running around. First thing I did was I started selling toilet paper. I started selling sanitizer. I started selling soap. I started selling a lot of things. People want to be dumb, let them be dumb. It's not being taken advantage of people. Is you just got to be smart. That's how I look at it. But we at the 30-minute mark. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, Reek, for letting me be on a live. Thank you for everyone saying little comments. I might be back later on this week, and hopefully Cadillac isn't being a square and he can call in. Hopefully Williams comes. Low. All of the regulars. Choice. You know. But I'm out.